There are moments in life when ordinary people face a choice that changes everything. Not because they wanted to be heroes, but because courage showed up at their door and refused to leave. This is the story of Jael, a quiet woman living in a tent in the desert who ended a war, not with an army, not with a sword, but with a single tent peg. The land of Israel was suffering. For 20 long years, the people lived in fear of King Jabin of Canaan and his powerful commander, Sisera. His army had 900 iron chariots, and everywhere those chariots rolled, people trembled. No one felt safe. Roads were empty, villages stayed quiet. Women whispered their prayers in the dark, hoping something would change. But then, God raised a woman named Deborah, a prophet and a judge. She told a man named Barak to gather an army because God would save his people. And so the battle began. Sisera rushed to attack with all his chariots. The earth shook, the ground turned to mud. Rain poured from the heavens like God himself was fighting. The chariots got stuck. Soldiers fell. Sisera knew the battle was lost, so he did what desperate men do. He ran. He left his own men behind and sprinted into the wilderness, hoping nobody would recognize him or find him. But he was running toward his destiny, a destiny sitting quietly under a desert tent. Before we continue, please take a moment to like, follow, share, and subscribe. You may help this message reach someone who truly needs it. Jael lived far from the battle. She was quiet, gentle, and known for her hospitality. Her home was a simple tent, the kind she had set up many times with her own hands. When Sisera ran past her home, he recognized the area. Her husband's people had friendly ties with his king, so Sisera believed this was a safe place. He saw Jael and begged, "Please, hide me. I'm running from the battle." Imagine her heart at that moment. A powerful, dangerous commander stood in front of her, exhausted, dirty, sweating, looking like death itself. He was the enemy of her people, the man responsible for years of suffering. But she stood alone, no army, no husband at home, just her and a decision. Jael looked at him and calmly said, "Come in, my lord, do not be afraid." Her voice was steady, but inside, she knew this man represented the pain of thousands, and she also knew God had given Israel victory that day. Hospitality met courage right at her doorstep. Jael entered the tent. He asked for water. Jael gave him milk, warm and soothing, the kind that calms the body and makes the mind heavy. He drank it quickly. His shoulders dropped. For the first time that day, he felt safe. "Stand at the doorway," he told her. "If anyone comes, say no one is here." Jael nodded. Then Sisera lay down. The man who terrified nations drifted into a deep sleep, right in the home of a woman the world never paid attention to. But God sees what the world ignores. Jael stood still for a long moment. Her heart beat loud in her chest. She looked at the sleeping commander, the man who led the terror that crushed her people for 20 years. She thought of the crying mothers, the empty roads, the prayers her people whispered for deliverance, and she knew this moment was not an accident. With steady hands, she picked up a tent peg and a hammer, tools she used every day, tools she was skilled with. She knelt beside Sisera, took a deep breath, and in one brave motion, ended the terror that had oppressed her land. No shouting, no noise, only the quiet sound of courage. Not long after, Barak, the general of Israel, arrived, searching for Sisera. Jael stepped out of her tent, stood tall, and said, "Come, I will show you the man you are looking for." Barak entered her home and saw the end of the war lying still on the ground. That day, Israel won a victory they had waited decades to see, all because a quiet woman chose courage over fear. Jael was not a soldier, not a leader, not someone people expected to stand up in a moment of crisis. She was a tent-brawling woman living a simple life. But But when destiny came knocking, she answered, and from that day, her name was remembered with honor. Thank you for watching. Stay encouraged, and may God's peace go with you. Like, follow, share, and subscribe for more Buko Whispers.